how did you zone in? What kind of material did you need to really get into the mindset, John?
Well, I'd been very familiar with the legal system from the movie I did called A Civil Action. So that I felt comfortable with. It was more, what is this specific type of lawyer and his approach to this case in particular. So that I got from reading the various books, the one he wrote himself, plus the Tubin book, the series based on. And then really studying his behavior in the videos on YouTube and other ones that were supplied to me that were not readily available. And those are all the things that help contribute to, so spending 40 years talking to lawyers,
Right, right.
you know, I
Did the two of you have a conversation?
no, we never did. He wrote me a beautiful letter at some point that he was happy I was playing him, but other than that, we did not.
Did you reach out to OJ for this
No,
role?
no, because I played him at the height of his popularity. You know, the Heisman Trophy winner, the flamboyant, charismatic, international movie star. He was younger. He was in his 40s. Now he's in his 60s. He's been incarcerated for a while. I know what that does to a man's spirit. It breaks a man, and I didn't want that to creep into this performance. Eventually, when you see the progression of the 10 hours, you'll see the degradation of his soul, basically, hopefully. But I had to start somewhere where I didn't want that to influence.
Absolutely. Will you later have a conversation with him? Do you hope he watches the series?
As an artist, you want everybody to watch your work. I mean, that's the first thing. I'd lie if I said, well, I don't care what. No, you want everybody to, even the people that don't like you want to watch, because and hopefully find some form of redemption or something that he identifies with it.
The only person who really knew the landscape well was Johnny Cochran, from his work with police brutality and over the years, and so he knew what this case was, and everyone was warned by the jury consultant that this case was about race. But Marcia and the prosecution didn't believe it until the end, and it was too late. So
How important was Johnny Cochran to this trial?
he was completely crucial. This was his area. He was born to be the defense attorney for this one. This was all about his body of work that he had done, and so when this came up, in addition to the celebrity quotient and the police element, it was classic Johnny Cochran.
I cared very much about, getting it right, and I felt responsible, given that he's not, anytime you play someone who's no longer with us, I think it carries a great responsibility.
What surprised you about Christopher Darden?
You know what? He's a man of incredible integrity. He has incredible passion for the law, and he was doing what he felt was the right thing to do. I grew in admiration for him as this whole process went on, because 20 years ago, I thought he was on the wrong side of history. I was one of those folks that thought, like, why are you trying to prosecute another black male, et cetera, et cetera. After walking through his shoes a little bit, I see he was a man who was trying to do his job. He has a daughter that he would go back to visit every weekend, who lived in Northern California, where he's from. He's a beautiful man. Like, really, he really did a great job with what he was given. He was thrown into the craziest thing ever. And he got maligned. He got maligned by the black community. He was painted as incompetent, and I don't think that's what he was at all, and I hope the show shows him in that light.
AC is definitely that true friend to OJ. I mean, if OJ said, yo, let's take a ride, AC is not the type of person to ask where we're going or why. He would jump in the truck and be like, let's go. I mean, AC was truly that ride or die friend.
I'm excited to see it tonight. It's funny because usually I like to see something I'm in before it comes out, just so I know what I'm talking about. But I actually knew with this, I knew that Ryan was going to do such an amazing job with it. And, it was such an incredible group of actors. So I sort of felt like I feel confident that I can go into this and let it be a surprise and not feel like I have to somehow be prepped for it. I just know it's going to be awesome.
I know you had several conversations with Chris, and you guys have developed a friendship. What was like a crucial detail that she gave you in portraying her?
I think just to really know that she was really Nicole's best friend, that they were best friends, and they were a group of women that were young and a great time in their lives, and she was open and very, very generous with information to just have in my back pocket, and she did become a friend, and I think she hopes anything that keeps the memory of Nicole alive and domestic violence. Chris really, it means a lot to her, and she's a wonderful mother.